Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant. Take it easy, I'm not going to dump you out on the keyboard. Screenwriter's Rant on Good Mourning, spelled with a U. A comedy. A comedy in theaters and on demand May 20th. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. Speaking of comedy, comedy horror in South Jersey, it's the Pineys, books 1 through 8, available at Amazon.com. I will be Saturday, April 23rd, 24th, if it rains, for the big art walk thing. And it should be a good day. Heart of Jersey Devil country. Now, this is the main character. He is an actor in Hollywood on his way up. He's got a bunch of idiot friends, and he has a hot girlfriend. He's on a show called Good Bad People, which at first I thought was a real thing. And he has a girlfriend named Apple who he is in love with. And he gets a text from her that says, "I wish I didn't have to do this through text. Good morning," with a U. And he thinks he may have gotten dumped over text, and for some reason he can't get a hold of Apple. So then begins his odyssey of trying to figure out, and Megan Fox is in the movie. I think that's Megan Fox. It looks like her. Of trying to find out of whether Apple broke up with him or not while he's trying to do Hollywood stuff. So here, his agent's trying to get him to focus on making a ton of money, and he's all distracted about his girlfriend. Here he shows up, I don't know, Pete Davidson is a valet somewhere. So Pete Davidson's in it. It's a very current comedy, I'll say, with a bunch of millennial idiots, or the Gen Z idiots, I guess you'll say. But they're funny, and they're doing pot stuff. They're doing the whole stoner thing. I think Megan Fox is the pot dealer. I think she's a hot pot dealer. I'm not sure. So then at some point they decide to get high. Snoop Dogg does the voice of the joint talking to him. Then later they do coke for some reason. And then they get pulled over by the cops, and then one of them gets arrested. I don't know if it's the same group. But he's having like the worst day, but he's dealing with a bunch of celebrities, or fake celebrities, I'll say. I don't recognize any of these people. So it's just sort of like life in LA for some rich guy. But it actually looks kind of fun. Danny Trejo makes a cameo as a caveman. I guess he's in a movie. They're doing like Twitter stuff, and there's car accidents. And there's a funny scene here where I think they end up snorting somebody's ashes, and then she has to use a leaf blower to get the ashes off of them. And then this dude here is some sort of weird robot guy. It's called Good Morning, directed by Colson Baker and Maud Sun. And then I guess they're so high they think this guy is Drake, who obviously has a fake snake, which ends up biting him and drawing a ton of blood. I don't know if that's real, but it's kind of funny. His reaction's kind of funny. I mean, it's a bit slapsticky. Coming soon, Good Morning. I don't mind this. I mean, I don't find it super funny. I find it more amusing than anything else. It seems to have a lot of elements here. I do like some of the comedic actors. I don't mind Pete Davidson in a comedy. When he's funny, he can be funny. She's been in a lot of stuff before. I like her. I forget the actress's name. I've never seen this dude, but he seems pretty good at playing in this world, an everyman in Hollywood, I guess you'd say. A young up-and-coming guy. Like, they've got too much money and time, and so they're just doing drugs and doing the LA thing. So, I mean, I like the hook. The hook is nice. He did his girlfriend break up with him. He's in love with her. So it draws me in. This is a universal concept. Love is a universal concept. A lot of people can get behind it. Did she break up with him over the text, or did she mean something else by good morning? Did she accidentally send that to him, and was she, she was a little cryptic, but not on purpose. She didn't mean to break up with him. She just meant to tell him one thing, and it came out weird. Did she, Was there an autocorrect situation? We don't know. So during the movie, he's going to find out. Now, what's the ending? It's a little tough to tell. So I think the first act, the whole thing starts off with this text, getting introduced to him and his idiot friends. He gets the text, and for whatever reason, he can't get a hold of Apple. And now he's all messed up. This weird dude with a robot head lights his apartment on fire. Megan Fox plays, I don't know, the pot dealer. Then he goes to see his agent. I mean, it's a very LA movie. There's a bunch of people with too much money, too much stuff. Two guys with bad dye jobs right there. Pete Davidson doing what I guess is a cameo. And a bunch of other young actors just, being weird. When life gets you down, you reach a new high. I don't know what this is. Is this imaginary? Or is it a movie? Here's Danny Trejo having a fit. So, I mean, it could be good. I want to like this movie because it seems like a good comedy. Seems like it could be funny. It could play off the excesses of Hollywood. I mean, I like that kind of stuff, obviously. I'm going to keep this up here. I like that kind of stuff. I mean, I wrote Hollywoke. It's a lot of that. But you got to take no prisoners. You really do. So if they're willing to go that far, I can't tell in the trailer if it's totally that far or if they kind of just do the same old, pot jokes or nonsense. I mean, the pot jokes, there is a lot of appeal for that. People doing drugs and doing stupid things. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's usually funny. It gives the characters an excuse to do things that are stupid. And people do drugs and do stupid things on drugs. So I think it's the right age. I think it's the right tone. So I think it could be good. In theaters and on demand, May 20th. It's got a lot of cameos. I think there's enough here that it'll be at least pretty watchable. It'll probably be stupid. It'll probably be like, where's my car? That kind of level of movie, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not quite even there because I don't know if the commitment seems a little off here because it's so inside LA, inside baseball, but I'm willing to overlook that if they're trying to be funny. And, they got a cameo by Snoop here and Megan Fox and Pete Davidson. So, I'd give it a chance. Would I watch it? It's not really aimed at me. I'm a little too old for this whole movie, but because it's a comedy and I'm a huge fan of comedy, I would give it a chance. Now, I'd probably watch it on streaming. I'd probably watch it on demand if it ended up on Netflix or something. Yeah, I'd watch it. Would I go to the theaters? If I was like desperate to see a comedy movie and wanted to go with my friends, maybe. It's not really a date movie. Maybe if you're, if you and your date want to get silly, I guess. But I would totally watch this on streaming. Just to kill an hour and a half. It should be short though. It should be a tight 90. And just sort of in and out, make all the jokes, wrap it up. He gets the girl back or finds another girl. That's the only way it's going to end, right? The third act, either Apple was totally misconstrued or Apple was totally dead serious and he had to move on. Now, a real bold ending would be in the third act, he never finds out, which would be very LA. So that would be an interesting ending. He never finds out, like Apple disappears and she never wants to talk to him again. Then you could assume she broke up with him, but you kind of don't know. Like maybe she keeps sending him cryptic text and he can't quite figure out what that would be a funny way to end it too. Like he gets a text midway through the movie that's also very cryptic and he's like, what? And he doesn't want to say, are you breaking up with me? Because he doesn't want to go down that path. And then in the third act, he gets one last text and it's like, or he meets her and has a conversation with her and then she ends up leaving for a vacation or something. He's not sure if she's ever coming back, but he's also not sure that they broke up. I mean, that would be a funny way to end it. I will say though, the movie doesn't have quite the comedy feel normally I'd expect for a full-blown comedy movie. So my worry is, I mean, this looks like mildly funny, but my worry is it's not going to go that extra step. But we need more comedies, man. We are thirsty for comedies right now. So I hope this is good. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for this movie, even though Pete Davidson's in it. I don't mind him when he's on. You know, I wouldn't introduce him to my girlfriend, but that's about it. So good luck. Good morning with a U. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes, Joan. You get very based. You get very based in the other videos, but only on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. And we'll see you tomorrow.